are joined by Osho Krishan from Angel One, and on the technicals and from the research side, we are joined by Snehi Shah.
Technicals, Osho, do you think, the way the order wins are coming in, we've seen the stock already more than double in the last 1 year. What's the outlook on the technicals?
Very good afternoon, everyone. Looking at the overall technical developments in RVNL, then this counter, as you have mentioned, has already given a very strong move in the recent couple of trading months. But even as of now, also the counter is gaining some strong traction backed by the news, and obviously the technicals are also supporting the same because it is sustaining above the short-term moving averages on the daily time frame. So from here onwards, I am expecting that there can be a strong movement on the higher end towards the zone of 400-410 on immediate basis, while on the lower end 375 to 80 still provides a very strong cushion for this counter. So for short-term perspective, 380 to approximately 410 is the immediate target for RVNL, and I'm expecting that it should hover within the range so that the technical parameters will cool down into comfortable zone and again can start gaining traction in the from medium to long-term perspective.
Osho, Apollo Tyres is what you have picked out for us. Osho, in the last 6 months, in fact, since February, we're seeing some bit of a consolidation coming in on Apollo Tyres. Tell us, what are you seeing on the charts?
See, overall in Apollo Tyre, there has been some kind of consolidation in this counter. But looking at the overall recent setup in this counter, it has retraced from the 200-day SMA in the last couple of trading weeks. And I am expecting that from here onwards, it has the potential to test the zone of 510 to 515 on immediate basis. Also in the last 3 trading sessions, the positive development is that we are witnessing short-term moving average having a positive crossover over the long-term moving average. So that's a very positive development on technical front. So I'm expecting that from here onwards, there can be a decent up move of approximately 6 to 7 odd% in Apollo Tyre for short-term perspective. Target-wise, 515 to 520 can be seen as the target for short-term traders.
To you, Osho, Chambal Fertilizers is what you've picked out for us. In fact, Chambal Fertilizers, quite a few techies have been talking about Chambal Fertilizers. Tell us, Osho, what are you seeing on this one, this fertilizer company on the charts?
See, overall, in the recent 1 to 2 trading sessions, there has been a strong traction in the chemical and fertilizer space. So, Chambal Fertilizers, coming from the same space, has seen a very strong consolidation breakout from the zone of nearly 400-405 odd levels, and from there onwards, as that was backed by strong volume, so I am expecting that this consolidation breakout should continue towards the higher target of nearly 450 on a very short-term perspective. The time it breaches the zone of 450, then it is even poised to move towards the zone of 470 from medium-term perspective. So from a risk-reward point of view, the support is lying somewhere around 390, and on the higher end 450 followed by 470 is the target that one can expect in Chambal Fertilizer.
All right.
And Osho, Deepak Nitrite, what's the view for this one, this chemical company? These stocks have not performed much, in the last 6 months, 1 year when you look at it. Now, what's the view on Deepak Nitrite?
See, overall, this counter has seen a very decent correction from the zone of nearly 2600 towards 2100 odd levels. But the positive sentiment that we can witness from here onwards, that it has faced a reversal kind of a pattern on the daily time frame, and that is also from the crucial support of 200-day SMA. So this should be acting as a very strong support for this counter, and on a gradual basis, this counter is expected to go towards the zone of 2450 to 2500 in short-term perspective. So overall, the view remains sideways, but currently it is at the lower band of the consolidation. So this can be used to accumulate this counter for higher target of nearly 2500 for short-term time frame.
Right. Coming to you, Osho, then you've picked out Shree Cement for us. Shree Cement, this one's seeing consolidation for the last 6 months, but in the last 1 month, we've seen a bit of an up move. Tell us, what is the upside that you see in Shree Cement?
See, overall, this being a very high-tech counter because the pricing are approximately 27,100. So there is less of liquidity in this counter. But overall, if I have to tell you about the technical developments, then it is clearly witnessing a breakout from the zone of 26,500 odd levels. And from here onwards, as the technical development has taken place, I am expecting a target of nearly 28,400 to 28,500 on a very short-term perspective. Also, this breakout has seen from the 200-day SMA. So there is a very strong support now. Now 26,000 should be acting as a very strong support for this counter, and any dip towards 26,500 or 26,000 should be now cushioning this counter for a higher target of 28,500 on immediate basis.
Yes, Osho, coming to you also, Tata Motors is a stock in focus as Vinny just mentioned, but on the technicals also you picked out Tata Motors for us. Fundamentally the stock is looking really good, and even in the last 6 months it has given some good returns. What are you seeing on the charts for Tata Motors from here on?
See, overall this counter was into a consolidation zone of approximately 40 to 50 odd points in the last 3 to 4 trading weeks, and today we are witnessing a very strong consolidation breakout in Tata Motors. So I'm expecting that it should continue its upward movement towards the zone of 1000 to 1020, which is the bearish gap on the daily time frame. So that should be providing some kind of resilience to this counter. But the time it surpasses the zone of 1020, then from there onwards we can see a very strong move in Tata Motors for medium term perspective. But for short term perspective, 960 to 1020 is the zone where I am expecting this counter to hover in between, with buy on declines approach and book profits around the zone of 1020.
Book profits around 1020, keep an eye out on that, and a buy on dips is what Osho is saying for Tata Motors. Wipro, and what is one that one could expect from this IT company in terms of technicals and levels that we're watching out for, Osho?
Overall, major of the IT companies are witnessing a kind of a reversal pattern. There is a gradual up move. It's not very strong in momentum, but looking at the technical chart of Wipro, so on the day of election day, we have witnessed a very strong reversal pattern candle on the daily chart of Wipro. So I'm expecting that from here onwards, the counter is likely to see a very strong reversal on a gradual basis. Immediately 500, 510 is the target for short-term perspective, but the time it surpasses and sustains above 500 zone, then again it can retest the zone of 540 from medium-term time frame. While on the lower end, 440 to 450 should be providing a very strong support from here onwards.
Okay, that is Wipro, but on that